again, and today I have a really quick and easy tag project to share with you today. This design actually stems from a card that I made using the stamp set Fantastic Friends, and I liked it so much that I thought it would be really cool to create some really cute thank you tags or thank you tags using a couple of these Lawn Fawn products, and I like how I use different color twine for these tags, and there's even a to and from on the back. So the products that I'm using are this large die from the Tag-Your-It die set. I'm using this new set, Fantastic Friends, and its coordinating dies, along with this stamp set, Winter Gifts. And I'm also going to be using these two shades of lawn trimmings. It's the lime and sky colors. And then I'm also just going to be using a couple of Copic markers and then one of my Spectrum Noir markers. So for these tags, I thought it would be fun to show you what it would look like with a couple different shades. So I have like this minty green color, white, and craft. It's the Nina environmental cardstock, so it's a little bit different from the regular cardstock that you can find like at Michael's. This one's a little bit lighter, and I kind of like this one a little bit more. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that one. So I didn't show it on camera, but I'm actually cutting out two of each color, and I cut them out. I cut the second batch off camera. So to get started with the stamping, I'm just going to take a couple of scraps from the white paper that I was using, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp out 3 of these little fish bowls that I think are super, super cute. So I'm stamping this in some Memento Tuxedo black ink. Perfect for using with Copic markers. I'm just using a baby wipe to clean off my stamp so that it'll be really clean when I put it back. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stamp out this little fish image. I think this one is so cute, and it's my favorite from this set. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp out 3 of those along with this little reef image here. I think that's what it is, a little coral reef. But that one is really cute. I'm also going to go ahead and stamp out this little sand castle here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it. It was going to go a little bit off of the original design that I had on the card. But I thought it would be fun just to stamp it out. Sometimes I like just stamping some stuff out just so that I could have a couple of options, or if I want to try coloring a couple things and trying to make them work. I don't know. I just have fun sometimes just stamping a bunch of different elements, and if I don't use them, it's okay. I'll just put them in this little box of elements that I haven't used yet, and then when I'm making a certain card that could use it, I already have it stamped, colored, and die cut out for me, so that always works. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start coloring in this little bowl image here using a, I think it's the B00 Frosty Blue Copic marker. But you could use any color of blue here. Now I'm going to go ahead and color in this little fish. I'm trying to make it look like a goldfish. And then I'm just going to add some pink cheeks. I can't help myself. For any kind of critter, I have to add cheeks now. It's just really cute. And I'm just going to go ahead and color in this little image here. And then the sandcastle. And then off camera, I'm going to go ahead and color in the rest. I just didn't want to do it all at once and then kind of bore you. So I thought I would do that off camera. And now I'm just going to go ahead and use the coordinating dies to cut out all the images here. And I'm adhering the die to the cardstock using some Post-it tape. I'm just going to run that through really quickly. And off camera, I went ahead and cut out the rest of those too. So I'm going to take these little elements here, and I'm going to go ahead and start adding some of these mini 3D foam adhesives. And sometimes I try to get away with not using a lot of 3D foam, so that's why I was kind of testing it here to see if it would balance and kind of stand on its own without dipping anywhere, but I'm going to have to add a little bit more foam adhesive to the top here, so that's okay. I just don't like using these if I don't have to because they're a little expensive. Okay, so now that I have the adhesive on all the little elements here, I'm just going to go ahead and start putting together all the little elements that I want inside of this bowl, or this tiny little tank. I think that looks super cute, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the other two here. And I really, really love these little images. I was even thinking that this would look cute as like even a cupcake topper for a little like fish themed birthday or something like that. Like this would probably be a good theme for like a boys party or something like that. But I mean, I'm always thinking or trying to think outside of the box and what else could I use certain images for. And I thought this one was a perfect size and a perfect shape for a cupcake topper. And you know, as I'm using it here, you know, you could make them into tags or into a bunch of different things that could be party themed. So I think that this set is super cute. So I'm going to go ahead and put them onto the tag just like this, and I'm just trying to see how much room I have because I want to add the thank you sentiment right on top. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up with my acrylic block here. And I have these two colors, and I think I'm going to go ahead and go with fish tank. It seems like a good color to go with it. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right there. And just do the same on these other two tags. Okay, and I also want a little bit more of dimension, so I'm going to go ahead and also prop up the little bowls as well. I always feel like you can't go wrong with dimension. It just adds so much to the images. That's why I go through a lot of this 3D foam. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that like so. Super simple. Just love these tags. They're so cute and adorable. So it looked like it just needed a little bit more, like a little bit of extra something. So I just went ahead and added these little hearts here. I thought that was perfect. And it comes in the stamp set, so I thought that was really cool. I just love how all the, like mostly all the Lawn Fawn sets come with a lot of like hearts and stars and a bunch of different little elements like that. And it's because, you know, if you don't have a particular, well, I feel like if you don't have like all the stamp sets, it's okay because, you know, mostly every single stamp set comes with like the little elements, the little hearts or stars or smiley faces and stuff like that. So I just love it. I can't get enough. I always feel like you can't get enough of these little tiny heart elements in the stamp sets. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere the back. I was kind of talking through the part where I did the stamping, but I just stamped on the back of it the to and from the set Winter Gifts. And now I'm just going to go ahead and try to figure out which color twine that I want to go on each tag. So for the first one, for the craft one, I thought that both colors actually looked really well, so I'm going to go ahead and use both of them on this tag. I think this looks really great. And then I'm just going to use the line cord next. And lastly, the sky lawn trimmings. Okay, and that's the finished tags. I hope that you really enjoyed this tag tutorial, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!